You've gone too far, Tony!
Explain how replacing outdated equipment is a problem.
You moved my car!
It was in the way, and I moved it back.
Crap.
All this flashy junk isn't why I'm here. Why any of the rest of us are here.
Well, I'm here to make progress. If you aren't, then get out of the way.
Never meet your heroes. I get it now. I don't know why I thought you could change.
Robbie just needs a little space. Let's get started. Now that we know Wanda's a threat, you'll need an edge if you face her again.
What kind of edge?
Nothing that involves her coming to harm. We're looking at ways to protect you from her abilities.
How is that possible?
Our first prototype keeps you connected to the real world in case Wanda alters it around you.
Like an anchor, tethering me to reality?
Exactly. If Wanda alters your reality, our second prototype alters it back. Robbie got the idea from his spirit of vengeance. I think the prototype is powered by hellfire, so best not to jostle it.
Like a button I press to reset her alterations? Or a broadcast interfering with her own transmission?
Perfect, you got it. Thanks for getting me those components. We're good to go. Time to... Tony, what's up?
I think your gearhead pal is still wound up.
Okay. Hunter, give me a minute. I want to make sure Robbie's okay.
Take your time. I'll assemble the prototype for the Hunter.
Oh, I'd prefer to hold off. There are some details I want to go over before we begin.
Oh, come on. You've managed so far. How hard can it be for me?
Sure, fine.
Before we get started, I've noticed Parker takes twice as long to finish these prototypes than he should. I have some ideas.
We should get started.
You know what? It's just easier if I show you.
Okay.
Sit back and watch the master at work. What? You looking for a round two? I don't want to butt heads, but to quote a frenemy, I can do this all day.
Tony, I don't want to fight you. You were my hero growing up.
Kids do love Iron Man.
Not Iron Man. You, Tony. The man who could fix any problem with technology.
What do you want, Robbie?
10 years ago, you bought the Salazar steel plant, then shut it down. Do you remember what you said at the press conference? When you announced the Stark Technology Center?
Something witty?
You said, I'm here to make progress. If you aren't, you should get out of my way. Tony, you put half the families in my neighborhood out of work. And for what? You never even broke ground on that technology center.
I don't even remember this.
3 years later, most of the families who you put out of work had moved away. Follow the jobs, you know? The rest of us weren't so lucky. That's when things got real bad. But those families had it right. You need to know when it's time to move on. So good luck with shop class. I hope it's all the progress you want it to be.
You too, Parker?
Yeah, Tony. If I could manage it, how hard can it be for you?
Damn it. What just happened?
I guess you are in charge now.
I didn't want this.
That is not what I saw.
I can fix this.
Maybe, but not tonight.
Not much to say, for once.
What brings the great hunter to see an old friend?
What's shaking? I'm getting used to the Abbey. Didn't think I'd like it at first. Monks lived here isn't on my list of preferred amenities.
What changed your mind?
It reminds me of a Kree outpost. Mostly solitary, but you have your team around. Enough contact with civilization to avoid going loopy.
What do you get when Captain Marvel goes stir-crazy?
You tell me.
Someone who is not enjoying herself?
No, I'm having a great time. I thought you were setting up a cheesy joke.
Oh, no, I was really curious. When you have cabin fever, what does it look like?
How about me 20 minutes ago?
Nice.
What about you? You died here, so I bet you have some complicated thoughts about this place.
It seems the bad memories of this place outnumber the good ones.
I had a place like that. When you're done with all this, you can leave. For good, if you want. Don't believe anyone who says you have to come back. Do what's best for you. If that's the Abbey in your rear view, so be it. I'll help you pack your bags.
Thanks, Carol.
Of course. We're doing this again. Make plans. You know, I was obsessed with the sun as a kid. A huge nuclear reactor fueling all light and life in our solar system. And then looking up at the stars at night and realizing there were other nuclear reactors, some of them even bigger and brighter, probably supporting planets just like ours. I was blown away.
And now?
I want to say I still am, but I saw countless stars while I was in the Kree Star Force. White dwarfs, red giants, even a couple of neutrino stars. Sadly, the sense of wonder eventually wears off, like most things.
It sounds like you miss that sense of wonder.
A part of me does, I guess. But I can't really complain. These powers opened a lot of doors. Makes you wonder where I'd be if the Kree's psyche magnetron hadn't turned my imagination into reality. Would I still be in the Air Force? Or NASA? Or maybe something completely out of left field, like a social media influencer with a famous cat. What would the life of regular Carol Danvers look like?
You would have found new ways to break boundaries and set new records. Probably break those as well.
I do love the sound of a glass ceiling shattering, and it would be nice to know that I did it with no extraterrestrial help, so to speak. That's a thought. Maybe in another life. But for now, you're stuck with me in this one.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
Damn. What are we gonna do without the sanctum? Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Hunter, you're growing on me.
The sanctum's gone. It's unbelievable. There really is nothing sacred to Lilith.
This is emphatically terrible for our chances against your mother.
A good exercise routine keeps the mind and body sharp. Thanks.
Strange and Tony should start a Lost Headquarters support group.
Damn it, we needed that. And suddenly, there are 2 openings in Manhattan's red hot.
Dr. Strange will shake this off. I'm sure he's seen worse.
Are there any curses I should be aware of? An excellent find. I had one job, protect the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I failed.
Okay, so that's 2 superhero strongholds Lilith's reduced to rubble, and now she's gone and really pissed me off. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. This should be interesting. Sometimes, I even impress myself. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery, we never close. Later.
On the bright side, Hunter, you didn't turn into a symbiote monster. Still can't believe all these changes happening with Eddie. The Venom symbiote. Not sure if you know this, but I used to wear that thing. I mean, it was hard enough when it was just an alien, but now... I'm pretty sure that green fire would have really cooked the old spider keister.
Having that creature inside of your head must have been difficult.
You would think so, but to be honest, I didn't even know the suit was alive until the end. It's more like I felt urges, impulses.
To do what?
Use my power. Like, really use it. No holding back. But, end of the day, I was the one still in charge. Any decision I made during that time is 100% on me.
So you are defending the carnivorous alien monster that is trying to devour your brain?
You want to know the first real feelings I ever sensed from that thing? Fear. As soon as I tried to pull it off for good, it was pure terror at the thought of being alone. That doesn't sound like a monster to me.
I had not thought about it that way.
Why it chose to bond with a shifty reporter from the Metro section after that is beyond me.
I still cannot imagine you wearing the symbiote.
My design was a bit more classic than Eddie's or your mother's. All things aside, I look pretty cool in that thing. Been thinking about bringing it back. The design, not the cannibalistic alien symbiote.
I have something for you.
A bag of fruit mashems?
Components for shop class.
Be honest, have I traveled back in time?
No, you sent me a message.
Right. I set those up before the last meeting. And you got one.
So, what should I do with these components?
I can take them.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If you hand them over, I can get Tony and Robbie talking again.
And if not?
I'll give them all back. Deal?
Agreed.
I always thought Arizona was hell on earth. Now I mean it literally.
I still say we should have built a firing range first.
I guess I could show you a couple of things. Good stuff. Better than the modeling simulation.
Ready to work?
He may not have seen worse, but I still think he can shake this off.
I wish we had more time for pleasantries, but the prophecy draws nearer each day.
Does your mother have a thing for deserts and healing crystals?
Poor Dr. Strange. I only know a shade of the loss he must feel.
Good thing we've got her offspring on our side.
Come along, Charlie.
Lilith seeks to wipe all our havens from the earth. Avenger's Tower, the Sanctum Sanctorum. Our beloved Abbey must not suffer the same fate.
What is it, Charlie? Find something? There is only so much Hippus can do. If it was here, Autumn would show it. The gods are fickle. Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl. The water here should be safe now. What you doing, Charlie? Autumn does not answer. The goddess must be busy. Autumn thinks otherwise.
I had one job, protect the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I failed.
Doctor?
If you've come to cheer me up, don't waste your time. There is nothing you can do or say that could possibly lift my spirits.
I just came to express my condolences for the loss of your home.
I appreciate that, but I wish that was the only thing that was lost.
What else was lost, Doctor?
Do you even have to ask? You saw that all that dark energy burst from my building, electrifying the New York skyline with a supernatural storm. Those were Lilith's forces erupting into this world. Now they are free to scour every corner of this earth for the parchment. You should have let me go down with the Sanctum. Maybe I could have reactivated some ward of protection that would have prevented all her Lilin from escaping into the wild.
You are too important to sacrifice yourself now.
But what if my death could have saved our entire dimension?
I still would not do it. We need you, Doctor. I do not believe we can defeat Lilith without you.
I could say the same about you. We must accept this loss and gather our resolve. Like it or not, the reality is that Lilith is one step closer from completing the Darkhold and summoning
Chthon.
We cannot let that happen. With or without the Sanctum Sanctorum, I am still the Sorcerer Supreme, and Lilith must be stopped. Spare me the "not all is lost" speech, Hunter. Captains America and Marvel already beat you to it. There were tomes, relics, so much that could have aided us in our quest. Abject failure such as this, Hunter, makes for strange bedfellows. No pun intended. I've not only failed the Ancient One in the world, Hunter. I've failed myself. With the New York Sanctum Sanctorum fallen, our reality is vulnerable to all manner of extra-dimensional threats. With each passing moment, Lilith tears the veils between dimensions asunder. Hunter, if I should fall, you must convince your aunt to rebuild the Sanctum. Perhaps the Ancient One made a mistake in entrusting so much to me. I've consulted Caretaker's library. Many paths still remain open to us, yet they too are dwindling. Perhaps, with you at our lead, Hunter, there is still hope.